There you go. Good morning, yUMa. Good morning, Lord. Good morning. Good morning, Lord. Good morning. Morning, are you back? I just went, wait, okay, go. We just went to bed like a few minutes ago. It feels like a few minutes ago. It's like 5 a.m. Good morning, guys. Good morning, boys. Good morning. Good morning, boys. Yeah. He was looking for this. Look, he's almost finished with it. Actually, he wants the other one, I think. I'm already awake. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna rain it on you. Here, I can put my shoe. Back up. Back awake. Did you eat it? Oh, yeah, sorry about that. I'm almost done. Hold on. I just gotta put my shoes on. I have to turn on the lights. It's tent city over here, see? Sometimes the lights get on. Right? So that's why that's like that. Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I'm really sleepy still. I think I'm having like I think I walk really. My toes hurt. My toes hurt from I think being too long. But my toes are kind of like from like I don't know how to say it. And I'm too embarrassed to show you my toes. But they kind of hurt because they're just I can never really figure out like I know you cut it across and stuff, but it never I either cut it too short or I cut it too or I let it grow too long. And it's only when it starts to grow too long that it hurts a little bit. I don't know what I but then it's okay. Never mind, it's okay. I'm happy. This is good. It's pretty. just checking my toes to here. I don't know why I'm checking. I gotta jump in the shower too. Just kidding. You wanna go outside? Okay. Wanna take you outside? You always jump up in the house. Here, I'll give you this one. No. I'm so I'm pretty stoked right now about the trips, but I'm sleepy, so it's a little bit weird. I want to tell you about what I'm pretty sure I understand about my situation involving auditory hallucinations. But it's completely ridiculous, and it's completely like, ridiculous, and it kind of makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. And there's still like, there's a big part of it that's, it's still a question, you know what I mean? Because I wonder if I should say something, because it kind of throws to, because if I know and I believe that the conclusion that I made out of understanding it, this can help me understand how to diffuse the thickness of all of it. Because it's getting worse and worse over the past couple of days, right? But the situation altogether was happening almost as if I was being brainwashed, right? Like literally, almost. But they can't be true because there's nobody to brainwash me. There isn't anyone around that would be doing it to me. Then again, I was thinking, it could be like, I can't talk. I don't know. It makes me sound even more weirder. You know what I mean? And it makes me sound more like paranoid or one of those conspiracy theorists. So it's like difficult for me to really like take a, what do you call it? A risk and tell you. but you guys probably already think that I'm crazy anyway. So I'm thinking like maybe I should just experiment and see what. But you guys don't comment or you guys don't comment yet. And my videos are really long lately, so it's like difficult to really gauge or something. And nobody cares because nobody really has it. Well, I want to say it's difficult to see who cares about anything because no responses come up. And honestly, I think that only mom watches my videos, but I'm not, but I'm not sure. Let me give you some more. I can't give them to you like food, you know. But I do it anyways. Do you think that? Okay, wait. This situation or this the way I looked at it last night, it leaves no culprit, no suspect, no person, or no. It annihilates every suspect, every suspicion of one, and it also confuses me at the same time because it's a really, really, really touchy thing because it's religion, right? And it's okay. I'm gonna give you a really quick summary of it real fast, okay? Not real fast, but just a summary of it. So I grew up Christian, right? From a certain age to a certain amount of age, I went to church pretty regularly, and that was just, I mean, I prayed, I like hung out, church, and that's it. Never had any voice, never had no trouble at, about God and Jesus, and I didn't really know about Satan until I got to San Francisco. But that's one of the key things in my history. So we learned mostly about Jesus, but and we went through the Old Testament and then New Testament, and I was doing lessons. And I was 8 years old, so I didn't really know too much, but I still remember everything. And down the road, I kind of learned more about it, read the Bible and stuff like that. Anyways, so the main character that I knew or was Jesus. That's it. Because it's Baptist from Standing Rocks, from the reservation. That was when I was way little. Then after that, I didn't really go to church too often, but I just, like, it was just there. No voices, nothing. I prayed, I can't say regularly, but I prayed with no trouble at all the way till I'm here. And I think here is where I started to see, uh, I guess, images in my mind about what we see as the devil, right? But that never ever showed up in my head before. That never ever showed up in any teachings or anything like that. And it never showed up at church. Never, there wasn't a guy with red horns, and he was red or whatever, and teeth bad, or like, and he was like that kind, the guy like that, like the menacing, mean, bull kind of guy. That I never really, nobody said that's the devil to me. Nobody said that's Satan to me as I was growing up, right? So I didn't have any solid foundation of the character Satan, and I hadn't ever noticed. I never knew there was an image of him, and so it would just kind of like it kind of. That's what I'm saying is like subliminally. I think that American culture, the way we understand Satan, and the way we understand Jesus and all that, all kind of combined a little bit, and that they have their places in them. So that's how I knew about Satan. But then when I read the Bible and stuff, all of that stuff kind of, I guess, melded together. They moved together or got together. Anyways, I'm doing too long with that. And God the Father, I had really no understanding of. I kind of excluded God the Father. They're not real. I'm just saying, like, that's, I just excluded him because I just didn't know about God the Father. And me going to church with my friend who was Catholic, Lucia, rest in peace, Lucia. She took me to church a couple times, and my auntie, who is Catholic, took me to church sometimes too. And so I would sit by them, and usually it's not a problem. And that was fun. I mean, or some, I don't know. What happened? No Jesus voice, no God voice, no Satan voice, no minions voices. I say minions voices because there's voices that are not anyone that I could pinpoint or anything like that. And Satan doesn't really have a voice. I guess he's like all of the voices. I'm not sure. I can't I can't place any of the voices, which is weird. No, it's not weird. It's a good sign that these voices are not real, and that's not the problem. Um, and the problem is that they claim to be these figures in, in Christian religion, and they're physically talking to me, but they're not physically talking to me. And what is happening to me feels and it seems like programming. Like I've been coded or brainwashed. You know what I mean? And I was having questions about this last week or maybe like last month or something. Like I made a short about the subliminals in the city. Like how can a person have uh, could get confused, like being in the city and then hearing so many different messages about God from different places, like soup lines. Because there's a French fraternary for it that have nuns from France, literally, that serve lunch too. So they have blasting scripture when you walk in the door, and they have a TV that shows Christian. I think it's Christian. I'm not sure what it is. It says something Notre Dame. Does it say Notre Dame? Yeah, it says Notre Dame. Fraternary in Notre Dame. And these nuns look like the traditional nuns. They have long, same, like the big old thing and the rope. Like that. Look at that. And they're big, like, they're big and tough. They really are. Like big and tough, like football players, literally. Anyways, they serve good food though. Uh, I mean, I'm trying to catch up and try to think. So I think that I could have been like accidentally like confusing or something like that, confused, and combined with a lot of the things that I did, like in going around the streets and whatever else in San Francisco. So I think that subliminally, and the way I understand it, is that there really is no God, no Jesus, no Satan to me, and that there isn't anyone, there's no culprit, there's no source, there's nothing that is doing this to me. It's just my accidental subliminal. That wasn't really subliminal, it's just me not really comprehending what's going on, and the voices being a program wouldn't be a source. They wouldn't know, they can't answer questions, and I've tested this all, it just goes on and on. So my brain's interpretation or translation of the sounds around me and my confusion about like where are these sounds coming from, what's going on with it, and the repeated cycles that just keep going, the same patterns, me falling into the same patterns and not having a way to get out without, because I was looking for resolve. I wanted answers, and if it's a program, it can't answer because it'll just keep looping and looping, and and the brain will just keep sending the same message. And I've kind of heard that the brain can be a little bit cruel, but I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't know, because it has no pain feeling. It doesn't feel pain. But my clarification of it is what is the best part. If I can understand it the way I am understanding it, it means there's no danger at all of me ever meeting a Satan or ever being like tricked into being a Christian again or forced again. The forced prayer, there's some parts of it that I just don't understand, that I can't. I just gotta let it go, is basically what I'm trying to say. If I can just let it go and just like let the voices or the auditory hallucinations say whatever they want and just completely just let the whole subject go. Because I know for me that it's not truly a supernatural being that is talking to me. It's a accidentally programmed kind of thing. My brain kind of absorbed it, and then it throws it out there to make, and I have to implement more discipline so I could have a routines and stuff. And it's steady. I'm kind of laughing. I just hope, because I come up with these conclusions for myself, and I say I understand that and stuff, and it turns out it just repeats again. Somehow it finds a way and repeats it. Well, it doesn't find a way. It may be my brain that finds a way to try to implement it again. Now I'm depressed again. I forgot. Okay, but I'm going to show you this. Okay, I have 2 trips today, right? Let me turn this on. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Alright, so these are my trips today, right? Today is Saturday, the 25th. I have one at 9 o'clock this morning, and this is going from O'Farrell to 20. There we go. At 9 o'clock this morning, at 10 o'clock basically, and that's gonna be $27. That's how much you're gonna go. And then O'Farrell Street to 26 in Oakland. I didn't even notice that it goes to Oakland. Cool. But then I have to be back by 10:51. I can make that from 9:44 to, I can make it. That's possible. I can totally do that. I'm kind of concerned that I hope that if I do this one and it runs over a little bit longer, that I get back to O'Farrell. But O'Farrell is at a BART station. So if I leave from Oakland at 26, I have to get to BART as soon as possible. And then from BART, I can go straight to O'Farrell and then deliver that one. So I gotta figure out if there's gonna be a bus or transportation from 26 to the nearest BART station when I get there, and then and get back over here. Because if I overlap and this one starts to move, and they have nobody, they'll let me keep it, and I can show up still for this one. They'll let me keep it, and because they don't have anybody that can take it to deliver the vehicle. And if I overlap too far, say that I show up at I can show up at like maybe 10:30 at O'Farrell, they might still let me keep it. If it shows that I'm on the map or however way they do it, that I'm on my way, and I could even send them a message that says I'm on my way. Please don't get rid of my trip. Because I've experienced before that they can actually reinstate a trip. So to me, this is my job or whatever. I mean, I'm familiar with this whole thing. If I can show up at maybe 10:45, and because that's really close to it it's gonna be late, and they have nobody, they might let me keep it. If they have nobody, they'll let me keep it. If they have somebody, they'll take it. And sometimes they do it ahead of time or adjust the times. I don't know how they do that. Oh yeah, that's the part that I want to show you. I didn't want to explain all of that, but I did. Okay, this is the part I want to show you. This is promotions. So this one says start Saturday, $10 extra by completing one trip. That means on that day I'll have one trip, which means I have work. That's good. So then I want to go to this one, and it says starts Saturday at 10 p.m. Oh, which one's on? 10 at night? Oh, for this area, that's why. I was like, oh, okay, because this is like Uber Eats or something. So I think these are good to sign up for anyway, even though I'm not going to be in that area, and I'm not going to be able to really catch that one because I'm not going to be delivering in that area, but I try to sign up for it anyway. And it says 10 p.m., so I'm not going to be in Berkeley at 10 p.m. And this one says Sunday. So today and tomorrow, there's going to be a trip. I can tell because they are going to pay me at $10 extra or any valet extra that day. That means there's going to be a trip. And they're probably giving this to like all the valets. So to give them motivation to show up on that day. So that means there's trips on Sunday too. And if somebody doesn't show up, then I have more of a chance of getting another one. So this one says October 27th, and that would be Monday. So there's a trip on Monday too, because they're doing the same thing. And then another one on Tuesday, and then another one on Thursday or Wednesday, and then another one on Friday and Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's Mom's birthday. My point is, I think all week is really great news. I think it's really great news. I'll at least have $20 every day, I think. Plus, that's the pattern. $20 every day at least, plus to $10 if I complete. So $30 a day, like minimum that. But if I show up consistently, I keep doing stuff like with Uber, keep it on, and I go jump up whenever the sound comes on. I'm more likely to get a trip anyway. And I've noticed that in the past that I at least get 1, 2, or 3 like a week. So that would keep me eligible for Uber Valet, as well as keep me as an active driver, which can be more backup too, in case somebody doesn't show up. And that's good. So I think I have work all week, and it makes me kind of happy. Okay, we're gonna go. Are you tired anymore? Me too. I'm like so sleepy. yUMa. Who trash? Crockpot. That could be a trip. I'm so sorry. Yeah, they sent me a reminder. I wonder if I should log in now. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 3 more. Morning. This morning. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna just log in anyway, right? But I'm not ready yet. Sorry. I'm trying to look for his leash. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I say that the voices, of course, are not real, right? And my brain is make it seem like they are. And it means that there's no active culprit, no active source, no active person behind it. only thing that is generating the perpetual cycle, or the imagined cycle of just like talking about it, trying to figure it out. Where is it coming from? There is the brain. But the brain's not doing it in a way that it's like being sadistic and mean, or not doing it in a way that is. It is doing it in a way that is not, but it's not conscious of it. It's not saying, let's go send hey, it's not saying, let's go send the voices to his mind and stuff, and he can like, the messages aren't real is what I'm trying to say, and the characters are not real, and they just cycle and repeat the same things, which causes me to cycle and repeat the same things. And that's it. The part that gets a little complicated and weird is that since it's my brain and since it's programmed like that it's organically coming from the brain. So the brain is fooled into thinking of it as real. And the PTSD from it is recreating the whole cycle. And by me listening, by me interacting with it, and trying and getting mad because I can't get to stop talking to me, or I can't get it to listen to me or answer my questions and stuff, makes sense in circles. Like I said, it doesn't spout scripture, it doesn't compare itself with the Bible or anything like that. It just has the same rhetoric of the same and I could be just misinterpreting sounds for bad things. Because whenever they come around or talk to me, I'm like in a bad mood. Subliminally, if something is being subliminally put into your mind, and a feeling of emotion has to be part of it. And the intentional, it seemed like it's intentional. The intentional, like getting me mad by repeating the same thing, calling me names, taunting at me, and that kind of stuff can be also a recording. And if I was unaware that it was just a recording or a intentional whatever, that can repeat forever, and that could be stupid and just keep going around in circles like I am, like it happened. And even though I have all the evidence, what are you doing? Even though I have all the evidence, that's not food. Don't do that, stupid. He's so stupid. I'm stupid for letting him get back there. He's so like, he got close and then he's just like, I don't even know what the hell he ate. yUMa, that's not funny. So basically, I'm doing this to myself. And I think the brain is just finding new ways to keep me stuck to it. So I have to really like
be completely unprovoked by them. I cannot let the situation of voices, of hallucination, auditory hallucinations, be overwhelming to the point of me reacting and having an emotion. And I have to completely understand that it's just bullshit. Like, it's just words, basically. My friend died. Okay, I told you. Rest in peace, Lucia. And that I just have to be super, super strong in that I take all of that comes through, and that I have to like tell myself it's not strong. I don't even have to tell myself. I just have to say, I have to understand that it is not personal, even though it sounds personal. Not from anywhere malicious and evil, horrible. It's just going around in circles. That's it. I keep talking about it. How can I drop this subject? See, you can tell by that alone that I am programmed. The other part, okay, I just have to because I mean, like, it's so complicated. The other part that I kind of think it's all hypothesis. I think I'm not smart. I mean, like, well, I am smart, but I mean, like, I don't know the logistics or the details to it, but it seems like it works out. Is that the person himself, or in my case, me, but I'm trying to do it with the hypothetical thing, so it's not technically me, it's just the subject of the mock situation of being a subliminally made into, to try to convince the person of religion and stuff like that, right? Follows the steps to the person administering the subliminal to, that's if the person was there, is administering to himself or whatever the subliminal and the same sounds and a introduction of the recipe for belief, and it have it happen over and over and over, that the recipe for belief is that when they say, okay, they follow steps, pray, and then you pray to Jesus or whoever they're trying to get in their head, and then this is like brainwashing. It's like they pray the situation, they pray. yUMa, what are you doing? What are you eating? Come on, don't be eating stuff. It's a situation to pray, right? Something bad happens, or it looks like something bad happens, and because the brain is very impressionable. It's impressionable. You could pretty much trick a brain. That means anybody's brain, if they're unaware of stuff. And people do it all the time. Whenever they say, "You're old," or "You're stupid," or "You don't know," or you're like, "But you're Christian," stuff like that. I'm using their words. That to the brain basically is a statement. It's not a question. It's not a implied. It's not a. It's just basically a statement. So whoever hears it could be like not really aware that they're being told what they are. And if they're not smart, or if they're not, they know themselves well enough, or they're susceptible and vulnerable to statements like that, their body or their brain will kind of believe it. And when that happens, the body starts to feel what the brain started to hear from another place, regardless of whether the situation is scary or whatever. I'm dragging you along because I'm gonna be here all morning, so I'm gonna make him. We can't stop too much because he's gonna eat something, and I'm busy talking to you guys or talking to nobody. It's okay. It's okay, boy. There's so much trash on the ground out here. Because there's also that they seem to just kind of go away, like after days of me ignoring them. It's whenever I get stuck in that room. Whenever I get stuck in that room, and I get stubborn, and I don't want to. That's when the cycle, I guess. The cycle comes in, and I get mad because it's just cycling, and it won't shut up or let me. It won't let me think or anything like that. It just kind of gets overwhelming. Could be when tones and stuff are like prevalent in the building or something. At that time, they could be playing, like, there might be somebody playing music, like regular music, just regular music, and my brain could be triggered by one of the tones and then start creating the voices which are associated with those tones. And there's a lot of music that use certain tones, or just to make music, right? And say like a xylophone, right? If a xylophone is in the band and there's like ding 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 ding, and if one of those stupid voices that I hear often that are not real or not a real being or whatever, and their voices match with the xylophone tones or sounds like the xylophone tones, the brain can accidentally think that somebody, that character that I was programmed to by accident, that voice can potentially show up, or not show up, but like could potentially be in the song or talk during the song, because the brain would think that the xylophone sound is that voice, that one that sounds that way with a high-pitched tone. And then if another song came on and it had a xylophone in there, and my brain heard that, then the voice would continue. Or if I walked out into out here and that high-pitched tone that matches the voices that were talking to me and I got mad about, and that I have in my memory, it can also hear it there. In a sense, if I were to say something about something, and if I were to say something about something, if I don't even want to give God a chance, but if God, or what my understanding of God is doing this, like there's an actual supernatural being that's doing this. If there is, he is brainwashing me to include God, Jesus, and Satan. But at the same time, why would I be able to implement the subliminal recipe and the beliefs to expose like the blueprint of what the plan is? So in a way, if it kind of feels and looks like, come on, yUMa, it kind of looks and feels like he or she, or whatever, no, he, or she, whatever. There's no God, but I'm just saying, like, if there was, then that he is showing me, this is what you're mixed up on with these weird voices down here. This is all mixed up. It's not the right, it's not church. It's not what you learned at church. And this is a general, this is it. And then it gives me the blueprint. Like says, helps me figure it out on my own. And I map it out. Because I wrote this all in something like, I wrote it all out last night. And I actually followed the subliminal type, how people make subliminals. Because I listen to subliminal songs. And that's another thing. I listen to subliminals. So it could totally be that too. So it's kind of funny. I do this shit to myself. So I followed the subliminal thing. And that's how I know subliminals. I don't know how to make one, but I mean, like, I know the process of it, and I've listened to it so many times, and I just read about it and all kinds of, yeah. There's something that I'm forgetting about and if it's subliminal, and I'm not drinking water, I'm not drinking purified water, sleeping, or just having something consistent and strong as a basis, the subliminals that are coming through are not going to really be clean, effective. They're not going to stick. There's a word. Don't yell. There's a word that's called. If it's a word that says. It's kind of like implement, but it's not so rigid. What's the word? It's like stick to the brain or something. I read about it last night. If it doesn't adapt to the brain or whatever, it doesn't, what is it called? I almost want to call it like, yeah, that's it. Just stick to the brain, I guess. And depending on the water, if you drink purified water, the messages will come out a lot cleaner and clearer and understood by the brain, because the brain uses the water to, do everything. If I drank crappy water and it had a lot of metallic stuff in it, and sediments and whatever else tap water has, for example, and I used that while I was doing the subliminals, then I most certainly will have subliminal messages that are a little muddled and not really setting in the way they're supposed to, the way they're meant to by the subliminal maker. The thing is that in my case, there's no subliminal maker. It seems to be accidentally the way I live and whatever. And there's a character in my mind that actually tries to assume that role as the person who is the subliminal maker, and is intentionally doing that to clear my understanding of what's going on, and giving me the blueprint for what's going on. This is not important, but it is in my case, because I experience the voices and I just can't figure it out, and I cannot believe that it's real God or real Jesus. In no way can I imagine or believe that a supernatural being exists who can help me in life and give me what I need. I don't believe that there's any need for a higher power, and that every time I give into one, it really doesn't work out. It doesn't stick. It asks too much of me, or something weird, and it's actively talking to me. So it's just like, and I never get any really proof or answers in the way a conversation would go from a living person. I can't say. Yeah, there has to be a subliminal maker, I think. Because there's some concepts and words that I don't use at all. Because I don't talk to myself the way the voices talk to me. I don't talk to myself like, I don't say fuck you, or I don't cuss myself out, or put myself down. I don't let anybody put me down. And if they say something about me or something like that, which is very rare, I never believe anything anybody says. I'm the only one that really says mean things to myself, but that's every once in a while, and that's like, it's not as intense as fuck you or I hate you or something. Stuff like that. So in some sense, I'm kind of thinking that maybe the brain mixed up some words and they created a word that I don't use very often, but since I was in a bad mood when I heard it at that time, my brain made it into something that was bad or intense or different. Point being that if I'm kinder to myself and kinder to those stupid voices, I just call them stupid because just by saying that, I'm giving the brain the impression that the voices are stupid, which would mean that they're alive and that they can talk. And the brain would automatically, if it hears those tones to make those programmed voices, then it will probably, based off of me and my mood and all the other factors. It doesn't matter, it's boring. I guess that's it. And besides, nobody watches my channel. I don't think. But that's good. I mean, it's alright. I think I really don't need to be what do you call it? I don't really have to be the famous part or the watched part. I don't really have to be the channel that is known or is coming up, or I don't have to be the popular one. You know what I mean? All I want to do is get paid for my YouTube, for the work that I've done so far and the work that I'm doing now, like the live streams and the so I am learning, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not popular, obviously. I'm not really, I'm not doing too good with making good videos or finding good content. And because of my mood and stuff, my shorts kind of become bland and it's more missed than it is hit when I try to create them, because I'm too bogged down by hatred for my situation. I'm too sad about my situation, and that can contribute to me having a bad day. So I do know that I will continue with YouTube, and I will continue to keep making what I'm doing, and I'm gonna see if I could try a little bit more or try harder to come up with. I mean, it's not really hard to make shorts, in my opinion. Well, yes, it is a little bit, because you got, in my case, I'm trying to make you guys laugh. I'm trying to waste your time intentionally, and I'm trying to come up with absurd, crazy ideas or crazy situations like in the Far Side comic strip. And that would, I mean, because there's a lot of people that probably wait at their desk and they're bored and they're like, oh, no, just watch a little bit of YouTube. This one looks interesting. Look at that dog. He's so cute. Oh, wow. He's a, you know, it'll catch on, I think. And yeah. So I think that could be just my future. I think I might have reached the peak of my YouTube career, but not yet, because I haven't even monetized it. I just can't wait for monetization. That's all I want, really. And as long as I get paid for working, I mean, because 5 years is a long time, and I dedicated a lot, and I went full time, several times for a long time, and I did it confidently, thinking that I was gonna get monetized sooner than I thought. And then I started doing the calculations, and then it just turns out that, hey, I was going really, really slow. I should have been working on live streams, and I should have been really jumping on long form videos and really getting good at them so I could bring people in. And because I've already met the $1,000 subscriber level, and all I have to do is get the watch hours up. That's it. That's all. I have thousands of videos, 4,000. So, I mean, like, I've already met the one of the requirements, and the only one left over is the 3,000 or 4,000 that I have to make. And it used to be 240, and it went up to 333 as of yesterday. So I'm slowly making it to 400, and then it's probably going to take me just as long to make 500, and then it's probably going to take me just as long to make 600. And that's the depressing part. That's the depressing part that makes me a little bit sad, because I really just want to get into my own life. You know, I want to start, like, really just, like, I want my own place. I want my own shower. I want my own restroom. I want yUMa to have more space in the house. I don't want to be tiptoeing around because there's rules set that I have to go to bed at a certain time. I want to work at nighttime like I used to, and I want to invite friends over if I want to. I want to have friends, like, over to spend the night, because I have friends from outside of the city that sometimes want to come over. I want to, like, I want to have a bed, like a good bed, not one of those little crappy ones. I want to get my tooth. I have two teeth that are cracked from my like I ate. One of them is way back there, and it's cracked right in there, and in the thing. That must have been from me eating like that, biting down on something. Then there's another one that used to be a root canal or whatever, and the cap fell off, and that was from, I didn't even really know that, but that tooth is still there, and it's like exposed, and I'm worried that it's just gonna bust open one day, and I'm just gonna be like in the most worst excruciating pain. I'm worried that it's gonna do that, and it's been barely hanging on. Saying not, I used to seal it myself because I have some Dentec that I got from Amazon a long time ago, and I used to seal it myself, and that process is kind of lame, because you have to mix that stuff in there, mix the powder stuff with it's that glue stuff that they put in there. You gotta mix it all at a certain time. Like, dentists have I'm sure that dentists have a fun time mixing that crap up. And I got some from Amazon, and sometimes I'll mix it up just right. Sometimes I won't. I'll put it on there, slather it, and then it'll wear off. It wears off and goes. I guess I eat it. I guess I eat it when it does. But it does get hard enough to protect that area for a while. I did it to the other tooth too, which was actually, that one worked really good. And I still have the powder stuff, I just don't use it as often as I want to. Okay, I think we went too far because I talked too much. Gosh darn it. Okay. Alright, let's go back this way. I gotta go take a shower and stuff. So I'm gonna let you guys go for right now, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Sorry, this crappy ass video. I've been feeling insecure lately, just being depressed, and like having the overwhelming number of hours. Just when I thought that life, like I was really close. I thought I was really I thought I was doing like excellent, and I realized that 4,000 watch hours is a lot more, and even if you calculate 4,000 in 24-hour periods, it's still months away. And I should be grateful and proud of myself for having, in a sense, shorter time than I thought. Because I can, if I wanted to, do 24-hour stream. Or I could do a week full of 24-hour stream. And that would get me completely closer than ever. And I already have the subscriber base, so I don't really expect that anybody was going to be like, oh, we're eDEYa's on today, and yUMa's going to be on. They got a channel. Let's go watch it. Or they're live right now. Let's go watch it, or something. Because I'm not really. I want to say I'm not trying to hate on myself. I'm just trying to say that I'm a little bland. Honestly, I've always been a little bland, and it's not from a lack of trying to be popular or just being somebody that is catchy or whatever. It's just I never really took a shine to popular kids or what they do to be popular, or the slang words, the super slang words, or anything like that, right? So I'm kind of happy and proud of myself too that I learned a lot from YouTube. I learned a lot of current events, a lot of things along the way that kind of forced me to learn some of the generational slang, generational thoughts, the way they because YouTube's a good amount of them are young people too. I always do this. This is what I always do. There's a little light breeze coming in. It's kind of like sprinkling a little bit. So we call that misting. So it's kind of misting right now. Look at all that trash. And then, whoa, look at this. I went around because he looked like he was creeping past the stop sign, and I didn't want that guy to run us over. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna focus on getting ready. I found some double-sided tape this morning, so I'm gonna take that with me to when I go to Oakland, and I will tape you guys to the deck when I get there today. Okay? So I guess I'll see you at 9:44. Or 9:44, about like 10 o'clock, and you can go to Oakland with me. I'll charge the phone, bring the double-sided tape, make sure I have a BART card, and look nice and clean, and I'll be ready by that time to do another live stream. And I'll probably just tape you to the thing and just drive over there. And I won't talk as much. I'll just let you guys just like see what's going on and stuff. And yUMa won't be going with me because I'm on trip. So I guess I'll see you guys later, okay? Thanks. Thank you for watching my video. Thanks for being my friend. Thanks for listening to my rambles. Thank you for being my dog's friend. yUMa is alive. And please subscribe and like. Please subscribe and like. I don't know how to ask any, because I'm not, I mean, like, I honestly kind of lost a little, never mind. I'm just not going to say that. Bye.